to the graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
You've got to snap out of it, Lion-O! Call the Thundercats before...
Shut up, you fuck.
And keep your foot off that blasted samoflange.
What the fuck is a samoflange?
I have to do that again.
Oh, Lion-O! We're not...
What's the matter, Snarf?
You got a cold.
Let's find the mega condenser. I'm saying that too fast. Let's find the mega condenser. Still going too fast.
What's wrong, Lion-O?
Oh, fuck, here it is again.
What's here again?
That thing, that mega thing.
Want me to say it?
Yes!
Oh my! Hello, my fellow Earthlings. This is Hikaru Sulu. You may remember me as the helmsman for the Starship Enterprise. You know, I don't usually listen to podcasts, but when I do, it's two strangers, one podcast. Chris and Paul make me feel like I have a tribble in my pants. Set phases to sexy. Suck it, Shatner.
Well, hello and welcome to Two Strangers, One Podcast. I'm Chris.
I'm Paul, and we have this wonderful gentleman here. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Sketch, Sketch1984 on Twitter, and I'm here because, I don't know, I willed it so!
Because the Toonami Faithful podcast is slowly invading our show. First Darrell, now Sketch. Not that I'm complaining, I'm just saying.
Yes, we're going to slowly turn you into Toonami Faithful, which we are, because you're watching Space Dandy.
Yeah, I watched half an episode of Space Dandy now.
Oh man, you should have watched this week's.
This is hilarious.
Oh, this is the fan service episode?
Yeah,
okay.
fan service episode.
Okay. I haven't seen it yet, and I pitched to Paul an idea about I should do a kind of a non-anime fan watching Space Dandy. You know, seeing that like this is supposed to be like the next coming of Jesus anime, kind of. You know, like this is supposed to be the next big thing. So, what was that?
That's going a bit far.
Well,
everybody knows Attack on Titan is anime savior.
Yes, it is.
Well, you know what it is like I've, once again, not being a fan of anime, like I've never seen an episode of Cowboy Bebop, yet, you know, I keep, and very much like Space Dandy, being a person who's not a fan, the name is so, you know, what's the word, ambiguous that I have no idea. Cowboy Bebop makes no fucking, but then again, neither does Space Dandy. So I have no idea what to expect of the show. But I have people like, oh, have you seen Cowboy Bebop? And I'm like, no, I haven't. But so I'm just...
Yeah, I'm just telling you need to watch that show, man.
Okay. And Paul, stop friggin' typing unless you're researching something for the show. I'm trying to talk in here because like your microphone is connected to the fucking keyboard or something. It sounds like you're typing into my ears.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
It's Morse code.
Oh, wait a minute. You know what? I know why that is. Oh, let me change to this real quick.
Like Darrell is like, it's Morse code. Darrell standing behind you with a blade in your back.
Darrell is going to kill me.
Does this sound better?
Tell my mother I love her. Not in that way.
Can you hear me right now?
Yeah, I hear just fine. You know what it is? I don't know what it was before, like last episode. Like,
yeah, when I plug my mic in for the podcast, when I do this for Toonami Faithful podcast too, like for some odd reason it'll change. Like, for example, I can hear through my microphone, but then like the reason you could hear me typing was probably because that was my integrated mic, and it wasn't going through the mic on my headphones. So now we should be good. I apologize.
This is a compelling podcast.
Your internal mic's pretty good.
What's that?
Your internal mic's pretty good.
Well, I try.
It's fucking 2 inches away from the mic, from the keyboard. I hope it
unfortunately, I hear that I have that same problem.
Okay, so Sketch,
but anyway,
for anyone who hasn't listened to the Toonami Faithful podcast, give us a quick 30-second roundup of your entire life. Go.
Of my entire life, I've spent far too much of it watching cartoons. Far too much of it watching cartoons and talking about cartoons at length on multiple message boards over the years. And if there's a Toonami project, chances are I have weaseled my way into it one way or another, or started it. I'd do that too. But yeah,
it's a Toonami whore.
I am the Toonami fandom's biggest whore.
I mean, your name is Sketch, for Christ's sake. I mean, how much more?
Yeah, which is
animation.
a name that I adapted because I drew a lot back several years ago. I don't draw very much anymore, but it's kind of stuck, and it has unfortunate connotations at this point. But yeah,
it reminds me of what was that movie? Was it One Crazy Summer? Or I think it was One Crazy Summer where John Cusack's character is, now they call him Hoops because apparently he likes to play basketball, but he spends the whole movie drawing. So it would have been a more appropriate name if his name was Sketch. You know, like he plays basketball. Like there's a, you know, spoilers. There comes a time where he has to get this brass ball into like this little hoop. The yacht, there's the sale for the yacht. Am I totally losing you guys? Am I showing my age by talking about a John Cusack movie from the 80s? Where he needs to get like this brass ball with a line because they're on a sailing boat thing, or they're in a regatta, if that means anything for our Anglo listeners. And
oh, we have Anglo listeners?
Yeah, Anglo listeners for the minority impaired. But so my thing was that they call him Hoops, which he only uses his basketball skills once in the movie. Yet it was early Savage Steve Holland. He was the actual animator for the movie, and like he draws a hell of a lot more than he plays basketball. Yet his nickname is Hoops. And that was just a long, drawn-out explanation for a joke that's just not funny.
I won't hold
I know where you're coming. I think I vaguely remember that movie.
Yeah,
I remember somebody who could play basketball reasonably well who could draw.
Yeah, and then it was and like because he's trying to tell his story about how he's in love with the girl, and it kind of like cuts away to these like animated little scenes and. Like he's like a rhino, like it's supposed to be like he's unattractive and clumsy and stuff like that, and it's supposed to be a rhino. And it's Savage Steve Holland, the same guy that gave us like Eek the Cat and Terrible Thunder Lizards. That's okay.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Yeah,
right.
That animator. But of course, I mean, I think by the time he got to Eek the Cat, I mean, he had.
When does the hurting stop? Love that shit.
Yeah, I think I mean, once again, I guess it's showing my age, but check out, it's a movie called One Crazy Summer. It's got like early Bobcat Goldthwait. What's his name? Bill Murray's brother. This is making this movie sound better and better each.
Bill Murray has a brother?
Yeah, Bill Murray has like 2 or 3 brothers. Actually, there's a whole Murray clan. And here's a little piece of trivia. All of his brothers are in the movie Scrooged. This is why I don't get laid, people, because I know shit.
Speaking of getting laid, you had a lot of comments on your Facebook this week, Chris.
Oh yeah, let me tell you, man, I am really allow me to just take the floor for a moment because I am going to rant and rave.
Wait. Let me get my popcorn. Okay, continue.
Oh yeah, get the kiddies away from the computer, people. I don't know. I've been having, between my mom and my baby mama and I guess ex-girlfriends, if you want to call it that, just people that have been really just getting on my fucking nerves when it comes to, and I noticed that I don't have this problem with my guy friends. You know what I'm saying? When guys, okay, Paul, right now here in Rochester, I mean, even though we've only like seen each other physically, well, that doesn't sound right.
That's what she said.
I'm just saying, Paul, like, you've been to my house, and if you came to my house and you saw a pair of dirty socks on the floor, you wouldn't even mention it. Or if you did mention it, you would know how to say, hey, what's up with the socks? But it's something guys don't do. Guys don't generally say, hey, you should pick up your socks or whatever. But women tend to have a way of, even though it's something as minuscule and unimportant as, you have dirty socks on the floor, and I'm just using that as an example, they have a way of saying it in a way that gets right to the fucking pushing of your buttons. Where you want to smash through a fucking wall, with your bare hands. Because I've been, and you're going to laugh. Earlier today, I was in my group therapy session, and I brought it up because it was just like, I don't understand. And, of course, we got down to the long and short of it.
How does that make you feel?
How does it make you feel? And, I do understand that men and women don't think alike. Women need attention. Women need validation. If they say, hey, you should pick up your socks, there's a million connotations behind it on what it actually means. Right. It means pay attention to me. I care about you. I don't want to judge you, but and it's just, guys don't have that kind of thinking. Thank goodness. Guys and girls don't think alike, obviously, but it's like, and as a guy, I would never go to somebody else's house and mention that their socks are on the floor. And of course, socks on the floor is a whole metaphorical thing, but it's just,
This is what I really meant.
Yeah, this is what I really meant. Exactly. If I had a problem with something, I would say, hey, here's a problem with this. Here's a problem with that. Women don't do that. And I don't know what it is. I've been getting it on fucking all sides. That's what she said. I've been getting it on all sides from like all the women in my life. You know, I mean, I think except for like, I don't know, probably the women I work with. And that's just because they're not involved in my life like that. But it seems like every, you know, between ex-roommates, ex-girlfriends, baby mama, ex-wife, my mom, every woman has been getting on my fucking nerves, and it's just been, you know, you know what, I think I'm gonna turn gay. I think that's it. I need to start.
That is the most obvious solution.
Yeah,
it is.
I need to start loving the cock, man, because
it's just a shame Paul's not available.
You know, he actually said to me one time, and it's funny that you say that, Sketch. He actually said to me one time, he's like, you know, there's one thing that your girlfriend can't. There's one thing that I can't give you that your girlfriend can, and that's pussy. I was just like, that's true.
Because I think we were trying. I don't know if we were planning to record or something, and you had said, you know, that you're with your girlfriend, and I'm like, well, yeah, because she's, you know, she has the one thing that I can't give you, so I can't be mad or jealous when she's spending time with you. Well, that's why gay men are so happy, because they don't have to fucking deal with women. That's, you know.
Ain't that the truth?
You know, I mean, even gay, like even though gay meant happy, it got applied to homosexual men, because homosexual men are happy because they don't have to fucking deal with the bullshit that women, you know, it's got to be great to live. I mean, even the like flamboyant ones, and I'm not trying, in no way, shape, or form am I trying to be homophobic or anti-gay or anything like that. I'm actually promoting you guys. You know, even like the flamboyant, you know, ones, the quote unquote more feminine ones, it's gotta be, you know, it's gotta be great to be with a guy. It really has, because, you know, and I don't know, maybe I'm coming out the closet right now, because I need to be fucking gay. You know, I mean, you know what? I need a guy with tits and a pussy.
I don't think that's gonna happen, but
yeah. Well, I mean, it's just
you know, reminds me of when Paul texted me and he said, "Oh, Sketch, if only you had a vagina." To which I replied, "That's the one part of the female anatomy I wouldn't want."
It's true.
Period seemed like a drag, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you got
also the whole childbirth thing, not into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, pads and tampons and.
Oh God, we could do a whole
douches, antifungal.
But you know, the curvy figure, the tits. I'm down. Kind of already have tits.
See, there you go. We're making
all the bullets of the R's where they proceed to throw up.
So yeah, I've just been. I mean, you know, women. I mean, women don't think like men, and not that that's a good or a bad thing.
Well,
but
you know,
I haven't found the right woman. I haven't found any woman that I can vibe with.
Lead each other, but if it's not the proper fit,
that's what she said.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I've just had incredibly bad luck with women, and
Dude.
I'm still, you know, I'm still trying to do the online dating thing, and it's just...
How is that going, by the way? We really haven't heard about that in a while.
Okay, well, I mean, basically, and you know, anyone who's listened to the show knows, you know, I am doing the plentyoffish.com or whatever.
Challenge.
Please, that's all I need is, you know, please don't come and harass me on the website. That being said, you know, you know, you write to a girl, you know, you read now what happens is Plenty of Fish sends you recommendations. Oh, here's someone that matches your profile.
Right.
So you send them, you know, you read their profile. I pride myself on, when I write a message, I don't write the typical "Hey" or "How you doing" or "What's going on" or any of that other, you know, like, you know.
No small talk.
Yeah, no small talk. I write a personalized message. Oh, you like? Let me see. I'm trying to think of something. You know. Oh, you like rock and roll? Well, what kind of band are you into? You know, I'm more of a metalhead, but you know, and it's just stuff like that. Where if a girl says in her profile, "I like rock and roll," I try to push for a conversation. You know, yes or no yes or no answers. Like.
Right.
You know, and so what happens is Plenty of Fish will show you if the person checked out your profile. So basically, you know, you find someone that, I mean, look, for the most part, I mean, let's be real, you find someone that's attractive. You know, obviously you don't just click on random profiles, or at least I don't.
Oh yeah, of course.
And so, you know, like, you know, who can I tolerate?
Who can I tolerate?
Who can I tolerate? And not that I'm a Prince
I love
Charming.
you, Chris.
but-
I really do. Who can I tolerate?
He tells it like it is, folks.
Because I mean, come on, there are some profiles that are just blatantly fake, and we've discussed that before. Where it's obviously it's all these glamour photos, which in no way, shape, or form, if this person was that attractive, would be on a dating website. Then you got girls that are like, and don't get me wrong, not that I'm Prince Charming. I know I'm like average. I'm like lower middle class. If attractiveness was money, I'm lower middle class. You know what I'm saying? I'm a little below average. I understand that and I appreciate that. But I think at the very least, I take a decent photo. I got a decent smile. I don't look like I have a disability in my photo.
Well, let me. I guess let me give you some advice because I was on that site for the longest time, and I met my current girlfriend, and who is probably going to be married to me one day because she is awesome. It's what you need to do is first of all you need to be very honest on your profile, and I think you said you did that, right? Like you're very honest about. Like, I have a kid. If you don't like my kid, fuck you. Don't talk to me, kind of thing, right? Okay. So what I would do is instead of just like replying like that, like what I said to you was like, do like there's like a new users section, like I was telling you about that.
Yeah,
like
fresh meat first,
right? And what I would do is like I would obviously look at their profile first because you don't want to just sit there and message anybody. Yeah, like there could be some hot piece of ass, but then it's like I don't want this, because when you see a laundry list like that, I'm good. I'm like I'm good. You can get that seriously. Like there was some you've been on Plenty of Fish, man. Like there's some hot fucking chicks on there. However, those hot fucking chicks have like this laundry list. And I'm like, fuck no. I'm like, look, you're good to look at, and don't get me wrong. If you bent over for me, I'm gonna put it in. But like, other than that, like your laundry list, nah, man, I couldn't have a relationship with you. I'm sorry, girl. So I would look at their fucking profile, but then like message them and be like, instead of like writing a thing, just be like, hi, how are you? That's it. Because
that sounds like I don't know. To me, that sounds so counter.
It is, but at the same time, think about this, like. Girls, I had more girls when I was actually honest with my profile responding to me when I said, hi, how are you, than I did if I put more into my goddamn email. That's the sad part, dude. That's the fucking sad part, my friend. I think, did I say that to Kelsey? I'd have to...
Feels like assholes. Let's be
I think I said, hi, how are you? And she responded to me with this long-ass email, and ever since then I've had a really awesome girlfriend, so I mean, I would just say, hi, how are you? Because, dude, it's not worth, like, they need to, like, see, that's the thing. Like, what I fucking hate about dating sites is you're like, I love when these girls put on their fucking profile, well, I don't want you to say, hi, how are you? So what the fuck am I supposed to say? Hi, my name's Paul, and by the way, I want to fuck you. You're the hottest piece of ass I've ever seen on this fucking site. So why don't you and me go out on a date, get drunk, and I can fuck you right there on the bed. Oh, by the way, I like turtles. So message me back. You know what I mean? I mean, it's like, are you supposed to say that? No. You're supposed to say, hi, how are you, and start a conversation. Because then that's how you two learn, you start to kind of figure each other out. And for me, like, that one girl you were talking about, like, you were saying, like, you asked her after a couple of emails, like, hey, let's meet up and actually hang out and see if there's some kind of connection. That's kind of how I am. Like, I don't want to fucking just, like, oh, yeah, so, right after the first email, yeah, let's go meet. No, I'm not like that. Like, I want to message you for, like, maybe 2 or 3 emails. Then I want to, like, kind of text you and get to know you a little bit more. And then, yeah, we'll meet up, That stuff, that was my formula. And I really think, like, you should try to do that. Because, I mean, what are you supposed to say? Hey, look, I like this, and this. You should message me. No, fuck that. Don't put everything in the first email. Email them, say, how are you? Hi, how are you? Start a conversation and see where it goes. They don't fucking respond? Fuck them. Yeah. Fuck them. Fuck those people.
That's the killer, is that when you go back and you see that they looked at your profile.
Right.
And then they didn't write back. And it's like, really? Really?
Right.
Shot to the heart.
I mean...
So just real quick, Sketch, what's your situation? Are you seeing someone?
Oh,
nice girls?
Situation.
What was that?
I have no situation right now. Actually,
You have no situation?
poking around Plenty of Fish a little bit. My sister recommended it to me because she actually found her husband on Plenty of Fish. So there are success stories.
Yes, there are. And you know what the best part is? It's free.
Yeah. The
Most
thing
of
is,
it's free.
I work in retail as a security guard. I work for a security company, but I'm working in retail stores. So every now and then I'll chat with the gals that work at various retail places. And sometimes, it seems like maybe something could be there, but I can't really chit-chat with them on the job. And I don't know, man. Like, just trying to find the moment to say, hey, here's my number, or hey, can I get your email? It just never happens.
Yeah, I feel you on that. Like, I've had situations where, like, when I was working at the gas station, like, I'd have these really, like, hot chicks come in, and then there would be some of them that, like, you would have this conversation, you kind of had this, like, oh, good, I got this conversation, but then you're, like, looking at them like, you might have a boyfriend, so I don't know if I really want to give you my number. You know what I mean? And also, like,
the personable ones always do have boyfriends.
That's true. And to be honest with you, they probably would cheat on their boyfriend if they're talking to you like that. So
that's funny. Actually, the first day I met this one gal who was working at one of the retail stores, I hadn't seen her working there before, and it sounded like I was never going to see her again. So I was like, "Screw it, I'm just going to ask." And she's like, "No, I have a boyfriend." Yeah, of course you do. And now let me walk off and shake.
Yes.
So what's that got to do with me?
Dude, I honestly, for both of you, like, I got to a point where I was like, you know what? I'm just going to let things happen. Randomly, I'll give out my number, see if somebody will call me back. And, if shit happens, shit happens. Like, the beginning of last year, like that whole year was like I was getting hit up right and left on Plenty of Fish. And I'm like, what the? I've been on this site for a couple years. What the hell fucking changed? I'm like, so, like...
I feel like sometimes maybe they look at the profiles that have been there for a while.
True. It could be that.
Somebody's fresh to that site, they just don't even know what to expect.
Right. But there are a lot of psychos on that site, too. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, there are.
God, I couldn't... Oh, God. I'm not even going to get into it on the podcast. I've told you about some of the ones that I dated last
Ridiculous.
year. God.
The thing is, women all expect guys to be creeps. And that's unfortunate because not everybody's a creep, but there are a lot of creeps out there. And to try to convey that to them is just kind of difficult at this point.
I had... It's a good thing you brought that up. And I think I may have talked about this on the podcast before, Chris, but there was one girl that I had on Plenty of Fish that we had a really good conversation going. I'm like, yeah, you should give me your number so we can start texting and shit. And she would only message me on Plenty of Fish. And I'm like, and she's like, I think it was because of something that happened because she met her boyfriend on there and whatever. Like and obviously she had broken up with her boyfriend and she was just like, really, Twitter page. Go ahead, Tits, I'm sorry.
That's fair, being a little apprehensive about things, but what are you doing on the site if you're apprehensive about it?
Yeah, exactly. And if you're, like, after, like...
I just like the idea of a relationship. I don't know if I really want one, though.
Well, I mean, like, after, like, 20 or so emails, you should be able to have...
bullshit.
Yeah, stop the bullshit. Let's text. Let's see if we really have a connection and meet. And by the way, like... I don't know how many times you have to tell a fucking girl that you want to meet in public, but I'm not fucking meeting a girl in, like, some back fucking alley. I'm meeting you at, like, fucking Marketplace Mall or fucking, like, I don't know, one of the other malls here in Rochester and fucking meeting you in public where people can see me, because I don't know if you're a fucking psycho. I don't know if you're a fat, ugly motherfucking bitch. I'm like, dude, like, I don't... Like, if I need to run, I want to be in public so I got some security around me. You know what I mean? Like,
you can call me Paul.
What's that? What'd you say?
I'll be your security, Paul.
Aw. If you only had a pussy, Sketch.
Not that security, asshole.
I love your Sketch.
I'm just trying to convey to the girls that I meet, I don't want bullshit, and I'm not even looking for a fuck. I just want to meet people and get to know them.
Right.
We need like a what's that website? It's not Craigslist. It's like Sarah's List or some shit like that, where it's like.
Yeah.
What's that? It kind of like it verifies businesses.
Mhm.
Like
There is something I know what you're talking about.
what's the name of that site where what we
I
need
can't-
is like
can't
not
think-
creep approved or something.
I can't think of what the site is, but you can actually do background checks on people.
Oh no! I know the one I was talking about. Angie's List.
Yes.
Well, and I'm just saying is that Angie's List. It's a site that it's sort of like using the users.
Contract.
It lets people know that the business that you want to you could check out. We need like a better business bureau for dating sites. Like, this person is not a creep, not a rapist, not a fucking child molester, whatever.
4 stars.
Yeah, check out my, here's my
Ooh,
rating.
2 stars.
Here's my rating.
Amazon reviews on people.
That's exactly what we need.
Yeah.
Horribly unfulfilling, 1 star.
Yeah.
Maybe 1.5.
Not too clingy. Well, it doesn't mind. Once you get over the fact that they're not available Saturday nights because they're too busy watching Toonami, then we'll never take you out on a Saturday night. But every other night of the week is just fine. 4
And
stars.
I'm working Saturday night.
Exactly.
Yeah. Not so.
But
I'll
that
be all
could
right
change. That could change.
Now let me tell you, my one of my coworkers, which he's a good-looking guy. He is
Oh,
just
folks, we're back to the gay things.
no. I mean, he
That's
is
a handsome man.
He is a handsome man. Oh my god.
He has no problem just handing out his phone number to girls, and
See, I would
don't-
get fired if I did that.
No, but he's just he's smooth about it, and honestly, I mean, I haven't discussed where I work, and I highly doubt his his girlfriend listens to the show. But that's the whole thing is that he has like a good boy phone and a naughty boy phone, and he has.
Wait. Is he black? Yes, I got it. Yes.
Okay.
I'm
Your
sorry.
silence speaks volumes.
Yeah.
He has his.
Is his name Darrell Matta?
You have your Hatchet phone or your Ratchet phone, excuse me.
Your Ratchet phone?
Rat phone?
Baby,
Ratchet phone.
come over here and pay me with that sticky boob money.
Oh my god. I love your sketch right now. I really do.
Ratchet minutes.
Ratchet man.
Would you like?
There's rollover.
Would you like?
There's
introduces
I'll
the
tell
Ratchet
you about
5.
some rollover.
Would you like to up your ratchet minutes? God.
Yeah, these bitches won't
Would
get
you
up
like to
on
ratchet them up?
Oh God. Oh, you
Ratchet
know what?
Mobile.
Speaking of cell phone companies, there's this new one out there called Mobile PCS. What the fuck is that?
Metro
That's been around
PCS?
for a while.
Metro PCS. Yeah, we don't have it here in Rochester.
Yeah, I looked into that. It seemed like they were offering what seemed like an affordable deal, but not a very good service.
I think basically all those Boost Mobile, Net 10, all of those guys basically use Sprint's old towers.
Oh God.
Basically, and this is coming from a guy who used to work at Radio Shack, if I'm not mistaken. So basically, like Sprint leases out their old towers to these companies. But Metro's PCS has been around for a while. I would say at the very least,
Really?
3 to 4 years, if not longer. But
I only started hearing commercials about them recently in my neck of the woods, so they're probably slowly expanding their market.
yeah, I mean, it could be because you're West Coast, right? Sketch, you're all the way.
Yeah, West Side.
You're up in Washington.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So go Seahawks.
Yeah, go Seahawks! Go to the Super Bowl again.
Go Sporting Guys.
Go Seahawks that are going to lose to
Watch
Peyton Manning.
on Sunday.
But yeah, it's so my coworker, he has a Ratchet, he has a phone number that he gives to girls, and then he has his real phone, and but that being
So
said, he's a good looking guy, and he gets a lot of play, and it's just I guess I haven't built my confidence up to that point. Not to mention that, I mean, let's be real here, I work in the fucking hood, and
Now you definitely gave it away.
but that being said, I mean,
Gotta be careful picking up girls in the hood.
By the way, I'm sorry that you have to work for Darrell. I feel really bad for you.
But it's just okay, look, even my ex-wife was black, but she was an Oreo. She was, if you spoke to her on the phone, you would think you're talking to a white girl. So that being said, and it's not that I have nothing against ghetto girls. Ghetto girls wouldn't get into me. You know what I'm saying? I have a podcast. Well, what's that?
Shouldn't you be saying you wouldn't be getting into them?
Yeah, I wouldn't be getting to them. Yeah, exactly. I haven't, unless I've never dated like a full-on ghetto chick, you know. Not that I haven't tried, but you know, I've never, you know, I mean, I've dated girls from the hood.
Like that booty, Chris?
Yeah.
That ghetto booty? That Maddox booty?
Oh, that Maddox booty.
But I'm just saying is that ghetto girls don't tend to like guys like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, very few, you know, hood rats like, you know, guys that are into heavy metal and, you know, I mean, not that I'm like, you know, I'm into comic books and heavy metal and shit like that. So, you know, you rarely get like,
what's some heavy metal?
Oh, you my boo, baby. You know I got you.
My boo, baby.
The new Batman, New 52, baby. You know, whatever. Which I guess we could kind of just move on with that. Well, actually, now you said, Sketch, you work in retail. We were kind of having this conversation right before the episode. Best Buy.
I'm working as a security guard, and currently my posts are both at retail stores. One is a clothing store called J. Crew.
Oh, yeah.
It has some subsidiaries. And the other is Victoria's Secret.
Ooh.
It's not as exciting as it sounds.
Yeah, because you probably have to deal...
Like, if you're actually turned on by just looking at underwear, that would just be awkward all the time.
Walking around with a boner all day.
Yeah, seriously, just a boner at the front of the store all day. Yep, I'm so glad to be working here.
Where's the dressing room? And you're just over there and you're pointing, not even using your hands.
Yeah.
Now that being said, I mean, you probably, I mean, I'm just throwing it out there because from my idea of J. Crew and Victoria's Secret, you probably deal with a lot of high maintenance girls. It seems those seem both stores that high maintenance, pain in the ass girls work at. Oh. I mean, shop at. Excuse me.
Yeah, definitely.
Yes. No. Yes.
Definitely would say that. Yes.
Sketch, you gotta talk into the mic.
So, you know, I wouldn't say that, at least, none of them are particularly rude to me. Most of them are friendly enough. Some of them don't acknowledge me, but, you know, what you gonna do?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, when I say pain in the ass, I mean, not just, and I wonder why I'm single. That's what I'm saying, not girls that, you know, yeah, exactly. Like, when, you know, when I was like in high school, I mean, you know, it always goes back to high school or whatever. I was like the quote unquote most popular person of the nerdy crew, or the least popular person of the popular people. If that makes any sense. Oh yeah, I was able to. I cross lines, people. You know, I integrated my school. But
I hung out with some cool people because they were in the choir. Like some of the cheerleaders were in the choir, but that was pretty much as far as meeting and hanging out with cool people went in high school for me.
And see, that's the worst part, is that it was sort of like you just said, Sketch, kind of like it was sort of like a indifference. Like,
yeah.
See, even if you hate me, you have to put energy to hate me. You know what I'm saying? You said, fuck you, Chris, I hope you fucking die in a fire. At least you said
just ignore you is just the ultimate insult.
Yeah, and they're not trying to be rude, you know, they're not going out of their way to fucking hurt your feelings or anything like that. But that's, you know, that's kind of...
But what isn't said is what hurts the most.
Why
Very true.
Look at my direction. Where's the dressing room? No.
You know, I think we need to go to our commercial break.
Oh yeah, shit. What time is it? Okay. Yeah, and we'll be back with more dick and fart jokes.
Dick and fart jokes.
This episode of Two Strangers One Podcast is brought to you by Comics Etc. 1115 East Main and North Goodman at the Hungerford Building, door number 8. Find out more information at comicsetc.biz or like them on Facebook at facebook.com/comicsetc1.
Click and Hit, enhancing the experience for all recreational smokers. Click and Hit is a one-handed portable vaporizer. This smoking pipe has a compact 4-stage design, complete with a built-in, windproof, butane refillable torch lighter. The large burn chamber holds your stash of legal herb or pipe tobacco. Click the button to ignite and inhale as usual. When you are done, put it back in your pocket for later. Smoke anytime with the touch of a button. No more carrying around grinders and tins. You can leave the pipe, rolling papers, and even your lighter at home. The Click and Hit cordless vaporizer is no bigger than a normal cigar, making it the world's smallest and most discreet vaporizer. It's perfect for use in small places or shared rooms. It's efficient, getting 5 to 8 draws from your packed chamber. It's affordable at just $19.95 each. Buy 3 and the shipping is free. Buy 4 and you get the 5th one free. Visit www.click-hit.com. That's clickandhit.com. And now for listeners of Two Strangers One Podcast, you can use promo code STRANGERS and receive 10% off your purchase at clickandhit.com. That's promo code STRANGERS for 10% off your purchase.
And we're back. But I
was going to say. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was at a Best Buy. I was, for those who listened to the last episode, I took my mom back to New York City. So it's, even though the snoring didn't bother me, on my way back from New York City, I stopped by a Best Buy. Now, in all fairness, it was Martin Luther King Day. It was in the afternoon. So it was me and 3 other people in the Best Buy. I guess, in the evening on Martin Luther King Day, not many people go out to Best Buy. But I could not, every section, for the way Best Buy stores are situated, there's different sections. You got the computers, you got the stereos, you got, movies, TVs. Every section I went into, like, they were just employees ready to jump down my fucking throat. Can I help you? Can I help you? Which I guess if you are Best Buy, the entity, I guess that's good to hear that, there's people raring to go and help you out. But I just wanted to be fucking left alone. And we were having this debate where, not debate, but Sketch and I were kind of going back and forth on whether the guys get commission or not. My thing is, the big thing is the service plans. Like when they get you at the register.
For sure.
Because I used to work for Radio Shack, and there was a big push on selling the service plan. And I had coworkers that basically would lie to customers about the service plan, when it was just, at least at Radio Shack, all the service plan is we'll send you store credit for this shit once you've mailed us out. Once you've mailed the broken stuff to you. And you got some people that will really, my coworkers when I worked for Radio Shack would straight up lie to customers. And, let's just say you did have one thing that you liked. You bought something and for whatever reason it stopped working. And you honestly legitimately wanted to get another one because maybe you just happened to get a dud. And these people wanted something, or the equivalent or whatever the case may be, and they would get furiously upset when you say, no, you can't get that. When I had to sit there and explain to them that that's not how the system works, that the customer that sold them that device and that service plan had basically lied to them. And it was just frustrating as hell. Did I lose you guys?
No, I'm still here.
Okay.
We're just listening.
Thanks.
Yeah, we're listening intently.
But yeah,
we're listening intense.
Yeah. And that being said, I was just, I think, I do think maybe not a full-on commission, but I mean, you got those guys, or they try to sell you the Geek Squad plan or whatever the case may be.
Well,
I think they get some sort of commission,
They must.
Yeah, at the very least, where
well, I was just
they'll go to
thinking,
their manager and go, hey, I'm the one that sold them that $3,000
buy
TV.
a game console there, or even a computer, and you don't get Geek Squad, then they might not get any kind of commission.
Oh, I got you. When if you say no, fuck that.
But if you bought like a refrigerator there, which you can do, then they probably get commission.
That's the weirdest thing. Like when you go to Best Buy, because I've seen like
You're buying a refrigerator at Best Buy.
Yeah, who does that?
You go to the company if you want to buy a refrigerator.
Or at least like a Sears. I've always in my mind
Sears.
Refrigerators always seem to. It always seems to be like Sears or one of those mall stores.
On a refrigerator.
Yeah, I don't want to pay.
You don't want no Geek Squad on the refrigerator. Which, by the way, I don't think you can have. But yeah, I brought my refrigerator. I have Geek Squad. Can you fix it? No, we can't fix your refrigerator.
Have you unplugged it? Plugged it back in?
But I bought them both at the same time. I thought it was for both. Then you're stupid.
Unless your refrigerator has Wi-Fi, which I think they are. I think there are some refrigerators that do have Wi-Fi.
Oh my gosh.
Oh god.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's probably refrigerators with TVs on them and stuff.
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh.
Netflix.
Netflix on the refrigerator. Dinner and a movie.
Honey, plug the cable into the refrigerator.
It seems so superfluous. Oh my gosh.
Come on, on the shows like when you watch. Well, I mean, it shows you my age. A show like Cribs or something like that. That would be something people would brag about. Yo, my refrigerator got Netflix. Yo,
I got a TV right in front of my toilet.
I got a TV in my fridge. And come on, that I can see that happening in these big, McMansions, these, where you have a big giant marble. I love these big giant, these people that they brag about their kitchens. People have like a lot of money and they get this big. Yeah, does your wife cook? Does your spoiled, sense of entitlement, never lifted a finger in her life, trophy wife ever fucking used the kitchen?
No, man, but the maid don't do it neither, so we had to get a second maid.
The maid.
And she does it.
I'm so rich, my maid
3
has a
days
maid.
a week, so we had to get a third maid, and she'll do it the other days a week.
And now I've noticed, like, when you see people of privilege, I guess would be the best way to put it, they go and they buy these beautiful fucking houses, and then they go out and travel all over the world. If I had that kind of money, just stay home, right? You spend all this money getting this beautiful house together, and you have a movie theater.
The house is about status, I think.
Yeah, because you got these.
Respectively, if you had a ton of money to go traveling around the world, you just buy a simple house to keep your stuff in, and then you'd go around the world.
Yeah, you have like these big giant. I mean, how many like?
You got a bowling alley in there. You got a fucking movie theater. Yeah.
Yeah, if I had a bowling alley and movie theater, I'd never leave. I'd be the Howard Hughes of fucking Rochester if I had a bowling alley.
I'd start charging people to come over. Hey, you want to play in the
See, you got to get out of the house every now and then.
I don't leave now, and I'm broke. I mean, between the internet and what else? I don't know. What else do I have in my house? Nothing. The internet keeps me pretty much entertained all day if I'm not working. And I'm working in to bring in that.
It's a sad truth. But when the internet is down, what do you do?
Oh my God! I can only imagine. Like right now, we're like, well, at least here on the East Coast, Sketch. We're going through polar Arctic vortex part 2.
Yeah.
Which
the internet's down. I catch up on my TV.
It's actually called like Superstorm
Sometimes I read
Janice. Oh my God! Like, imagine if the internet is down, TV is down. Well, you know what it is. If your internet goes down,
imagine if Revolution
check your phone.
I just got unlimited data on my new phone plan.
Exactly. So even when your internet goes down, you would go on your phone. Because how many times have I seen people on Facebook where like, oh, my internet's down, I'm updating from my phone. Happens all the time.
Oh my God, it's true.
Now it's funny.
It's such a crazy thing, and people are with their phones all the time, looking at their phones all the time.
I'm guilty of that.
We are guilty of that. If you have a smartphone, you're guilty of that. That's just universal truth. Some less than others, but nonetheless, holy cow. You've been on a bus lately? Everybody's looking at their freaking phones.
Yeah.
No Sketch. I've done that pleasure.
That's the only time I have to listen to this podcast. Man, if I could listen to the podcast while I was at work, that would be great. Just have it in one ear.
Yeah.
To ignore the rest of everything else.
I see security guards that have that earpiece.
Jobs. I used to have jobs where I could listen to podcasts, and that was great. But on these jobs, I have to have both my ears open.
Because I mean, you could just buy one of those curly Q earpieces. So the earpiece that has that, where it kind of looks like the official earpiece, but then just have it go down into your phone or your iPod or whatever the case may be.
Oh, I've done it. I've done it. I bought a song on iTunes one morning before work and was like, I want to keep listening to that. So I just kind of stuck it underneath the earpiece, and nobody ever called me on it. But I didn't have it going for very long.
You just start bursting out laughing.
It did, however, tell me to stop looking at my phone so much. Like, I do it to check my clock.
Yeah, it's true.
This isn't a lie. I mostly look at it to check the clock, but still.
But you'd be like in the middle of the floor and just start cracking up because you heard something funny.
Oh, I do that.
Darrell just said Ratchet.
I'm just looking at Twitter or something cracks me up. But it's like, do you mind? I'm trying to answer a question on Tumblr. You think you're paying me for this? Oh, wait, you are.
Oh, shit.
Well, you've won this round, person in charge. I shall wait for my break, which is always painfully too short to do anything.
Yeah, right. By the time you get to where you have to go, you have to turn right back around. Now, with the internet being the way it is, I mean, a lot of it is pretty much automatic. How long? Okay, not in a scenario like Revolution, but let's just say the zombie apocalypse happens. How long before the internet goes totally out? Because the internet's going to be up for a couple of days. I mean, without maintenance, it'll eventually sputter out. But how long would the internet last without, if we all, for the few survivors that are on Facebook?
You asked that question while we're on the podcast. Jesus.
Well, you see, I think that like local networks would go down first. So even if the internet is technically still running for some people, it's going to start sputtering out almost immediately.
Really? I mean, I think the internet would last for a little while. And when I say a little while, I mean, I would say maybe a week or two before like it totally craps out.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on what happens at the various facilities where internet is being routed through.
True.
Because really, what do those guys do? As I say that, the podcast just shuts off.
You have angered the internet. Now you must pay.
Because people. I mean, if the internet was still up for like a couple of days, you'd see like tweets like, "Oh, things are safe in." This
sounds horrible.
Los Angeles.
But, like planes going down unexpectedly, it could take out some servers. It can happen.
This interweb, air quotes, this interweb. But I mean, imagine like, the zombie apocalypse, using as an example, where would people would be tweeting like, "Oh, things are safe over here," and then
probably for at least a while, and then we'll lose connection. It's like that episode of South Park.
Hasn't hit Rochester yet.
Hasn't hit Rochester yet. We can still tweet. Oh no, no, it's not refreshing.
Oh God!
The last tweet was sent out at 8 a.m. yesterday morning. Yeah.
Oh my God! Where is this podcast going?
I had a sandwich today.
Yeah, you don't think people Instagramming pictures of zombies? It would happen, dude. It would so fuck. If people take pictures of their fucking sandwiches, they'd be Instagramming pictures of real zombies.
Check out this oh my God!
Imagine if Instagram was around on 9/11. People would be sepia toned pictures of the fucking flaming fucking towers.
You start seeing all these tweets that are just random characters because zombies are playing with phones.
Because in the movies, like they kind of like instinctually went back to the mall. That's like the whole reason the zombies attacked the mall in the first place, because we're such consumers. Where like you just see zombies just whacking away at a phone with their hands, like because that's their instinct to check their phones every 2 seconds. Must listen to podcasts.
Zombie phones.
What's your Ratchet minutes?
Anyways, moving on.
Must retweet kitten video. And of course, like most podcasts, we never get to what I have like actually on my topic.
Yeah, I know. I was gonna say, like, we should talk about that casino that's supposed to go in Henrietta here. Like, they keep talking about it, and it's all of a sudden started ramping up. Because I live here in Henrietta. Yes, I live in Rochester, but I live in Henrietta, so there you go. I guess...
Is Rochester... I mean, Henrietta
does your girlfriend know about this?
Because Henrietta is a town, right? Technically?
It's really weird because Monroe County, like, most of the businesses take a... What is it? It's called a, like, Rochester phone number. Mm-hmm. And, like, Rochester address, but then they're in, like, the town of Henrietta, for example. You know what I mean? So it's kind of weird that, like, you have to say Rochester, but at the same time, well, I'm in the town of Henrietta, town of Henrietta is a lot better than the city of Rochester. But,
yeah, fucking snobs.
Meanwhile, in Henrietta.
So they're trying to put in, like, a casino, or, like, pretty much they're in the early stages of talking about putting this casino in. And the town doesn't even know, like, what property it is or what it is. And, like, this coalition to whatever, I don't know, like, it says casino.
That'd be awesome if that was their real name. Coalition to whatever. We want to fuck casino.com.
I can't think of what the name of it is, but it's some coalition against casinos, and the real reason that they formed is because they don't want the Senecas to put a casino in Henrietta. But the simple fact is they don't like. It's not a casino. They're more known as like racinos, where like you have like the slot machines and that at these racing tracks.
Yeah, like Finger Lakes Casino, like we're
right. There's one in Finger Lakes, right, and one in Batavia, and these guys, like they're backing this group, and it's just started to become this really intense thing. And it's kind of like I'm just sitting there going, I really don't want a casino here, but I'm not going to back your coalition.
You don't want a casino?
Well, here's the thing. Like, the location I think it's going in is right down the street for me.
Oh, okay.
And I'm in a nice neighborhood, and I don't think the casino would make my neighborhood that nice anymore.
Okay. That being said, I'm not familiar with Batavia, but look at Finger Lakes. Finger Lakes is out in Victor, which is a really snotty, snooty. I mean, I passed like sports car dealerships on my way.
Finger Lakes in Canandaigua, though.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess you know it is. Yeah, if you did have a casino, you would have all the fucking low lives from the city.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. And I don't really. Like, even though it's probably about a mile or two down the road from me, it's still like to have it that close and even have the possibility of these assholes coming down into the neighborhoods and start like stealing shit.
Just
like,
admit you're a racist, Paul.
No, I'm not a racist. I'm not saying
you don't like the colors. Come on, just no. You're right. I'm Puerto Rican. My ex-wife is black, so it's okay.
I'm not saying.
Look, I don't want to sound racist, but the only people that have ever caused trouble in that Victoria's Secret, as far as I can see, are black guys that don't look like they should be there.
That's profiling.
One guy comes in, he's taking pictures of the girls that are trying on stuff.
Wow.
See, that's because.
Well, I guess they're not actually trying on stuff, but they're looking at stuff and they're like, "Oh yeah, this looks nice. I'm gonna go to the dressing room." This guy's just taking pictures of people.
So basically, did you throw them out?
That's actually not my job. That's the manager's job. But if they ask me to do something, then I can do something. I have very limited rights.
Because you know what it is? I'm so used to I'm such a city snob where like I assume that only major cities have black people, and so out in Washington, sketch. What is the population breakdown? I mean, like in Rochester, Rochester City, I'm Puerto Rican, so it's okay, I can talk like this. Rochester is even though it's predominantly white, it does have its fair share of ethnics.
I'd say at this point, we're getting pretty equal in Hispanics, whites, and blacks. Also, a fair amount of Asians.
I mean, I would
a fair amount of Asians because we're right on the coast.
I would say like I would really say like it's mainly. I mean, I really can't say like I can't give you a definitive number on what the different race populations are here in Rochester.
I tell you what, Henrietta's all fucking Italians. I say that shit.
Hey, us Italians.
Henrietta's a lot of fucking people whose names end in fucking vowels.
Oh, you got a necklace.
Which, by the way, side note.
Oh, you got a necklace, but Skrillo. Get him.
Which, by the way, side note, if you're from fucking Southern New York and you come up to the fucking gas station where I'm working and say to me one more fucking time, "Oh, the city's really busy today," I'm gonna fucking punch you in your face. Because I can't believe how many fucking people come up from Southern New York and they're like maybe 2 towns over and be like, "Oh, the city's like really busy today." And I'm looking at them and I say,
always busy.
And I'm looking at him like, this isn't the city. Oh, well, this is Rochester, right? I'm like, no, this is Henrietta. If you want me to take you 15 minutes into the city and drop you off, please, I can do that for you. You won't last 15 minutes, but hey.
A friend named Chris, he lives in the city.
Oh, yes.
Chris in the city.
But anyways.
Series on HBO.
Like, I'm for the casino if it's in where, like, all the stores are in Henrietta, like where Marketplace Mall is and everything. But, like, if it's down the street for me, no, I'm not for that. I'm sorry.
I mean, it's funny. I've never been to your house, Paul. What's that all about?
You're not allowed to my house.
We don't let the Hispanics in the house. That's why.
We don't like those pieces of shit.
But that being said, I mean, I would assume if there was going to be a casino in Henrietta, and just for sketch and 98% of the rest of the fucking audience that listens to the show,
I know
Henrietta is it's kind of like it is a commercial area. I mean, it is where you have
pretty much
your Best Buy and your Walmart,
right? Pretty much like all the odd stores, like
and everything. I mean, you got your Golden Corrals and your Mighty Tacos.
We're the first one to get everything, basically. So, like, in less than 15 minutes, I have everything at my fingertips, basically, which is awesome. But I mean, a casino, I'm just like, okay, look, if you're gonna put it over where all those stores are, sweet, fine, go right ahead. We have a lot of vacant.
It would make sense if it went there. I mean,
it would make sense.
I don't see it. I don't see it as a problem.
Here's my perfect example. I
don't live in the racist suburbs like you do.
Oh, fuck you, you piece of shit. But here's my perfect example. Batavia Downs, and I never knew this until I went into Batavia, is actually in the middle of where Walmart, Tops, Kmart, all the fucking stores are. I'm like, that's fucking interesting. Okay. Okay, fine, that makes sense to me. But if you're gonna fucking put it like in the middle of the like where I consider it the start of the country, I'm like, no, I'm good. No, you don't need to put a casino there.
They're gonna tear down where the Circuit City used to be and turn that into a fucking casino. Which I mean,
they should.
Wouldn't be
dude.
that much of a bad idea.
No, it wouldn't be a bad idea, dude. Like, do you know how much fucking business my gas station would get? My gas station is literally right next to that old Circuit City building. Fuck.
Okay.
That one, dude, like that would be.
Not to mention, you got the Chuck E. Cheese down the street, down from there.
Yeah, like it's right over in the plaza.
And go gamble and come back a little later. You go play your video games. Daddy's gonna go play his video games.
Oh God,
horrible. Kids abandoned at Chuck E.
It's so
Cheese.
horrible. Yeah, I know.
Now that being said, seeing that let me see. I got to do the math. Half of 37, 36. Seeing that my daughter is technically 18% Seneca Indian. I hope the Senecas put I hope they put 50 fucking casinos in Henrietta, because then my daughter will get that check.
Or she's supposed to.
She's supposed to, yeah. Once her mom does the fucking right thing and registers herself with the nation, because my daughter's grandfather is 100% Seneca. So that means my daughter gets a cut of the action. So move over, Henrietta.
But yeah, I'm just saying, like, I don't. This coalition is just like, look, just
I don't think they're gonna put them on your block, Paul. I mean, seriously. I mean, they're gonna put it where all the stores are at.
Well, see, here's the thing. What I'm talking about, and for those people that are actually listening in Rochester and know what I'm talking about, Kodak used to have this. Everybody's like, Kodak. Oh, I know what Kodak is.
Yeah.
Yes, Kodak is from Rochester.
And cameras used to use film.
So there was one of the buildings, one of Kodak's buildings. I think it was manufacturing there. I don't quote me on that, but one of the Kodak parks was here in Henrietta, and it's been vacant for years, so many fucking years. And the one thing that I bring up is that they just tear down the building and put a fucking casino there. It's got traffic locations. It's right off of Lehigh Station Road, so people can get right off the thruway, go all the way down to the end of Lehigh Station Road, and boom, there's a fucking casino. So it's definitely probably a good place to put a casino. But here's the problem: people don't want it there, and if it goes there, people are just gonna fucking abandon Henrietta, and there's gonna be nobody in that area because. Who the fuck wants people going around and stealing shit? You know what I mean? I don't want no fucking piece of shit like going around like 2 miles down the road of my house and fucking breaking into my car and stealing my fucking iPhone or something, Like, I've actually had that. I had that happen in the fucking city of Rochester, dude.
Oh, okay.
Like somebody, like I went into a meeting for my kid. My car was literally, you could see it from the school. My car, you could literally see it from the school. I come out, there's a landscape break in my fucking car. The only thing they took was my fucking iPhone at the time. Like, I don't want that kind of shit. You know what I mean? Like, if it's in the commercial area, I'm good. Go ahead and build your casino. If it's in the fucking country where I am, fuck that shit. I'm not having that shit here. Fuck it. But guess what? I'm not fucking supporting that coalition, though.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of space there because when I was, like, last year when I was looking for work, I went to, like, the UPS down there.
Yeah.
And that fucking UPS is in the middle of nowhere. So, that being said, I mean, if they put it down there, I mean, I'm just saying, is Henrietta, well, that part of Rochester, Henrietta, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
I mean,
there's plenty of space to build a casino where it's
plenty of
space. Area.
But I just hope it's in a commercial area because I don't want it. If it's going to be built where I think it is, then no. I will personally actually go to a fucking town meeting in Henrietta and go, fuck no, you're not getting it. But and
they right next to Walmart, it'll be you put it right next to.
I think the confusing part too about this whole thing is Governor Cuomo could actually override the town and have them build it there if they wanted to. Which sucks because if the town votes no and then governor's like, no, fuck you guys, we're going to still do it, there's going to be some fucking people pissed. So, I don't know. I just wanted to say that on the podcast real quick because we are a Rochester podcast, so, got to throw some Rochester in there every once in a while. Hey, what you doing?
Boring 98% of our audience.
Yeah, I know.
Okay. Let's bring Sketch back into this conversation. Sketch, from what I understand, you are the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle authority.
I am the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Authority.
Okay, now.
Matter of fact, he did a review on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Rise of the Turtles.
Did the review of the first Nickelodeon DVD release.
He will be doing the other 2 reviews soon.
Yes,
on Geeky
soon.
Inc. or on Geeky Inc. Shameless.
Yes, youtube.com/geekyvideos. If you go there's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle review. Go watch it. That's Sketch Voice in it.
Oh, okay. Now, earlier, to the best of my knowledge, it was like either tonight or last night.
It was today.
It was today that there was a quote-unquote leak of Michael Bay's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Don't call it Michael Bay's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He's just producing.
I thought he was directing.
He was. I thought he was at one point.
No, he was speaking for the production at one of Paramount's press events, which was really misleading. But I don't believe he's directing. He wasn't directing. I believe he's still not directing.
Oh, okay, but I mean, he has his Michael Bay stink on it, basically.
Yeah, it's his company putting out Platinum Dudes.
The picture that I saw, and I'm kind of taking my notes from I forgot the fucking name of the website, Angry Gamer.
My friend sent me this image that showed up on ScreenRant.com, that is a picture of the upcoming Halloween costume based on that movie.
Yes, that's this. I'm pretty sure that's the same picture I have. Where one, okay, and I'm just going to go through what my notes that I have here. Okay, first he has a yellow mask on.
It's
orange. Orange? Okay, so that's okay.
It's Michelangelo.
It's supposed to be Michelangelo. Okay, I mean it looked yellow to me, but I could be.
It is kind of yellowish, I must say. But that is not the biggest problem I have with that by any means.
Okay, so all right, now just go through this. Okay, since these are supposed to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, which I guess if you want to use Michelangelo, who was kind of the surfer of the group, or he kind of had that valley way of speaking. Okay, or I don't know if this is just on the Michelangelo character. He's wearing surfer necklaces, where he's wearing kind of like a seashell necklace. He has like a dog tag type, stuff that a surfer would wear. He has a tribal tattoo of a turtle, that tribal, funky looking of a turtle. He has aviator sunglasses from when he's hanging out on the beach, because the turtles hang out on the beach all day. They're not in the sewers. He's wearing.
Well, they probably just hang out in the sewers, but he just likes the shades.
Yeah, shades, because that's if you're in a sewer that you need sunglasses.
If he's surfing, it's in the sewer, dude. Which is nasty.
Pants that look like they're wetsuit pants, like a surfer would wear. The tight fitting.
Yeah,
pants.
they're surfer-ish pants.
It does look like the body glove. Wetsuit type, and then
kind of they're torn up
for whatever reason. Like this is when going by the website, they say a hoodie belt, where basically it looks like he's wearing like someone who took their sweater off and tied the arms around around his waist.
Yeah.
So this is the Michelangelo.
So he probably has like a sweatshirt
tied around his waist. So okay, so I guess since you're the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles expert, you want to go over how many things are wrong with this photo?
Honestly, the biggest problem I have is the face. The face is just creepy. And it looks
it is.
In all fairness, every live action Ninja Turtle was fucking kind of creepy.
I don't think so. I think they were actually kind of cute, which does seem strange, but it worked. Mm-hmm. They still looked like turtles, but they didn't look like deformed humans as turtles.
Well,
now this guy, there has been a recent Ninja Turtles game that came out for download on Xbox 360 and on Steam. It was supposed to come out on PS3, but I don't think it's out on there yet. And it had character designs that a lot of people were not okay with. They were kind of freakishly realistic, and I feel like that game was actually modeled after what this movie's designs are going to be like. Maybe not, but from what I'm seeing here, it definitely looks similar.
So
the eyes aren't quite as far apart, because the eyes were way far apart on that. Really distressing. But the good thing about the game is you only look at their backs most of the time, and those look fine. But any moment when you see the faces, it's a little awkward.
I mean, after seeing, once again, just having Michael Bay stink on it, blatantly the Transformers. You know,
Yeah.
being
I'm
a
hearing
gentleman
rumors-
born in '77. You know, I was the prime demographic for the Transformers cartoon, and you know, Michael Bay has basically said in the past that he's gotten a lot of his early training doing car commercials. That's like, you know, basically, you know, he was big on the way that the metals were shaded and lit, you know, obviously artificially lit because this is all made in a computer. You know, making them look sleek and stuff like that. So, you know, I mean, of course you couldn't have a 1980s, you know, box style, you know, truck, you know, it would look kind of silly in a,
Yeah,
you know,
Michael Bay was definitely going
CGI.
for
Car porn.
car porn.
And, you know, and I get that, you know, it's going to change, you know, and in this day and age of ridiculously detailed special effects, I mean, the freakishly realistic skin, oddly enough, that doesn't bother me. I was kind of expecting.
Talking about the turtle now?
Yeah, the turtle.
Yeah, that doesn't really bother me either. That's how it should look, basically. I don't know, man. I don't know how I feel about them wearing clothes in the first place. And supposedly each of them will have kind of their own unique outfit. I'm hearing rumors that Leonardo might have some kind of samurai style stuff.
Oh, Jesus.
Which isn't a far cry from what they did in Ninja Turtles 3, technically, but I don't know. A little urban samurai gear it could look cool, but it's also going to be really unnecessary. I don't know why they feel the need to give them clothes, honestly.
Because you can't have
especially since they're going to be CGI. Oh yeah, we go. If they were ergonomically, if they were anatomically correct Ninja Turtles, would have gigantic penises.
Teenage Mutant Anatomically Correct Ninja Turtles.
There is a video on the internet. It was.
Oh, that's right.
Part
yeah.
of the Animation Domination HD's batch of shorts.
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, the anatomically.
Here's the part about turtle penises.
Of which, like, then they kind of rehashed it with the Thundercats, which then was.
Yeah, the first one they did was Spider-Man, anatomically correct Spider-Man, and that was gross.
Oh, I haven't seen that. I got to see that one.
Oh, that was the first one, and it was probably the best. And then they did Ninja Turtles. They did DuckTales, in which we learned that all ducks are rapists.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I forgot. I did see the duck.
I was watching a nature video the other day. I saw a duck penis. Those things are terrifying.
Oh, God.
So if there's any animals that should be wearing pants, it would be ducks and not
ducks.
turtles.
And yet Disney always had them not wear pants. None of the ducks wear pants.
And, you know, it's Uncle Scrooge and his three nephews, wink, wink,
oh,
wink.
gosh. Let me tell you, if Uncle Scrooge walked in that room, he could whip his dick out and slap all of them in the face. And then leave.
Very inappropriate.
He could do it. He could reach. It's disturbing, I know. He could reach them in their beds. It's
My money bank isn't the only freakishly largest thing I have.
Oh God.
Okay. Now, holy shit! I have all these notes and we haven't gotten into any of them. Okay. Speaking of Thundercats, just real quick.
Uncle Scrooge seeing like a money on the ground, he whips his dick to grab it.
Oh God, sketch.
Sea monster ate my ice cream.
Sea monster ate my ice cream. So I smacked with my gigantic dick. Curse me, kilts! I need a long kilt to cover up giant dick.
Oh, so he would Scrooge McDuck didn't wear Glumgold McQuack wore a quilt though.
Yeah, I don't know why
that I remember that.
Kilts because he did wear a kilt. I feel like at least a couple of times, but it was like formal attire. But Glumgold, he was always wearing a kilt.
Yeah,
because apparently he's better at being Scottish.
Yeah, better being a Scottish.
Scottish.
Now,
better being a Scottish duck, and you know what? That turtle looks like Shrek.
Well, the site that I saw kind of said it reminds them of the lizard from the Amazing Spider-Man Part 1.
Yes, it looks like that. It also looks like Toxie from Toxic Avenger. Because he's got torn up pants, and even though it's his shell, he's got kind of an orange midsection, so...
Yeah, that's true.
That's what they wanted to make. Wanted to make a Toxic Avenger movie. They got stuck with Ninja Turtles, so they just made him look like. Yeah, that's my
because
theory.
the hoodie wrapped around his waist does look like the shriveled up tutu that Toxic Avenger.
Oh yeah, that too. Wow.
See, wow, we're making the connections here.
We are making decisions here. We know exactly what they're thinking.
Okay,
But
so let's.
yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess you should wait until we see what the turtles actually look like, because, Halloween costumes are not typically 100% accurate, but if it looks anything like that in the face,
Yeah.
I don't like it, what it's doing in the face. I don't know.
That's what she
That's
said.
what she said. Right, honestly, that's why we do a podcast together.
Don't make me whip out my giant duck dick. Slap you across the internet. It's long enough.
Now, let's get back to the.
Duck
I have
dick.
totally.
Duck
I've
face.
probably gotten on like 2 things on my list of shit to talk about. The Thundercats.
Oh.
What about the Thundercats?
No, I was online and I was looking up a few things, and I did not know that the grandfather. And it's funny that I could watch me bring this around. Unfortunately, 2 episodes ago or last episode, we had mentioned unfortunately the death of James Avery, who did the voice of the Shredder. That the grandfather from the Cosby Show was the voice of Panthro. I did not know that. The actor that played Bill Cosby's father, and I should have his name right there, but I don't. So when he dies, everyone can say, "Hey, the grandfather from the Cosby Show? He was also the voice of Panthro." So just throwing that out there because we kind of talked about Thundercats and kind of.
I love Thundercats.
Yeah, but I did not. Now. Shit, because my freaking browser stopped working. Does he do a voice on Bleach? The guy who does the voice of Panthro, and I'm gonna reopen my browser.
I don't think
Are we talking about the old Panthro or the new?
Definitely
the old
not
Panthro.
The new Panthro, no. That's Kevin Michael Richardson. He is in a lot of cartoons. But
that guy. Yeah.
He's the Shredder on the new Ninja Turtles. And he's Mr. Gus on Uncle Grandpa.
So Shredder could only be played by Wade Blackman? The
best Shredders are played by black men. We should make that. So Scotty Ray, I think, was white and also was pretty good in the 2003 series.
And didn't the wrestler Diesel play like Super Shredder?
No, that was
wasn't that Macho Man?
No, it wasn't. It was
I could have sworn it was Diesel.
God, I can't think of who.
Kevin Nash? No, Kevin Nash.
Kevin Nash. It was Kevin Nash.
I'm sorry.
Played
he was Diesel.
On who?
I think Kevin Nash's one of his earlier wrestling names was Diesel.
Super Shredder on the movie?
In the movie,
yeah.
Yes.
Second.
No, I thought it was Andre the Giant that did that.
No,
he was dead by then, if I'm not mistaken. I think Andre the Giant did Princess Bride and he might have done one other movie or something like that. But I think that was. Thank you for the internet. We have to look this up. Super Shredder. I still wanted to know if the grandfather.
Wasn't Andre and the Giant in Big Fish?
I think so.
That came out quite some time after Ninja Turtles too. But Super Shredder was not Andre the Giant.
Yeah, because Super Shredder was muscular and
he was a wrestler of some wrestler.
Let me see. Okay, he was portrayed by Kevin Nash, and according to villains.wiki, which, yes, thank you, internet, was also known as Diesel. So I was right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, he is Diesel. I told you that.
Yeah, Diesel. No, but I'm saying is because I said Diesel, and I think one of you guys said no, and then I said Kevin Nash, and then you said yes, but technically,
whatever. Just move.
Well, I didn't know Kevin Nash was Diesel. So sue me. I don't watch wrestling.
And plus, I think it's also an age thing.
We're probably not that. I'm 29, dude.
Oh, okay. Well, okay. Earl Hyman. Earl Hyman is the name of the actor who did the voice of the original Panthro. I'm just gonna go real quick. I just want to check out his IMDb real quick because I could have sworn the other day when I was listening to when I actually got a chance to watch Toonami. It was an episode of Bleach, and it was that guy sounds a hell of a lot like. Sounds a hell of a lot like the guy who played. Holy smoke! I think he just did. Okay, I think according to this, he did Thundercats, but I don't see him as a voice in anything else. Holy shit! Okay, all right. Let's throw that out the window.
That being said,
please visit 2s1p.com. You can find links for everything show related. And I keep saying this, and I still haven't done it yet, but I will get my eBay page back up and running. I think right now all my because I think they keep sending me a fucking bill. I gotta contact eBay and have them stop billing me. You can find links for my book, Double Jackpot, at doublejackpot.us, or you can just click the links on 2s1p.com. What else? You can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/2strangers1podcast, all spelled out. So I always sound Canadian when I say that, all spelled out. Facebook.com/2strangers1podcast. If you have an iPhone, iPad, iPod, or if you just listen to podcasts on your computer, you can find us on iTunes. Just go to iTunes, click on the upper right tab that says podcasts. Search for 2 Strangers 1 Podcast. You'll see our beautiful red, white, and blue logo. Click on it, subscribe. You can download all the episodes. This episode will probably be like 140/141. So, that's 140 hours out of your life. And episodes go more than an hour. So more than 140 hours of this kind of stuff, people. If you love this, who doesn't want more?
And by the way, this is... Oh, God, what was I going to say? I'm so tired right now. I feel like I'm drunk.
Is it about iTunes? Is it about downloading
the
single
Stitcher
episode?
That's what I was going to say. Stitcher is actually... I think you can actually download it to your iPhone. So if you don't want to use iTunes, you can actually use Stitcher on your iPhone now, too.
Yeah, if you're that kind of person that says iTunes is too damn intrusive, you can use the Stitcher app. And actually, one thing, and when I drove to and back from New York City using my Stitcher app, you can now download the most current episodes, because the way Stitcher works, Stitcher only holds on to like the most recent 6 to 8 episodes. That's the one drawback. On iTunes, you could get every single episode. Stitcher only has the most recent 8. But then again, who really wants to hear me talk about the Avengers back 2 years ago? But if you wanted to, you could. What was that? But you can, if you do have the Stitcher app, they do have an option now where you can download the episodes offline. Because if you happen to be, at home and you're on your Wi-Fi and you want to download some episodes because you're going to go to work and you don't have Wi-Fi at work, you can download the episodes using the Stitcher app. And I didn't get a chance to go into that, but if you don't have an iPhone, iPad, iPod, and you have an Android phone, or an Android tablet, or Android netbook, or any of the wonderful Android products like Google makes and the Chromecast and all the other bullshit. Stitcher, STITCHER. You can download the episodes offline now, or if you happen to be in a Wi-Fi area, you can stream the episodes on Stitcher. You can favorite us, and when you favorite us, pretty much every time a new episode comes out, you'll get it instantly put on your phone. Jesus Christ, this is exhausting. You can get all the episodes. You can download us on Stitcher. You can follow us on Twitter at Stranger Podcast, which is an awesome name, and I should be harassing more celebrities to come on our show, which I will get around to eventually. You can email us. Since I haven't adopted the newest crazes in social media, you can just send us a good old-fashioned email at 2strangers1podcast@gmail.com. Once again, that's also all spelled out, 2strangers1podcast@gmail.com. And my brain has stopped working, so that's about all I can think about right now. Mr. Pascrillo, I acquiesce the floor to you.
All right. I'm going to let Sketch plug himself before I go ahead. That's what she said. Ah.
I don't need any help with that. Alrighty, well, the best way to keep up with me is I'm on Twitter constantly at Sketch1984. That's SKETCH1984. I am also on Tumblr, sketch1984.tumblr.com. And Darrell and I do a little podcast, which you could consider basically a poor man's version of Two Strangers, One Podcast.
God.
Just me and one poor black man. What am I kidding? He's probably more rich than me. I'm poor. Give me money. No, I don't want you. I don't want charity.
I'll take the charity.
No, seriously, if you want to give me money, I'm okay with that. I am quite okay with that. But anyway, we have a little podcast when we basically bitch about work and talk about cartoons. It can be pretty amusing. It's certainly amusing to us. And you can find that on Tumblr at the wonderful title. Why can't I remember the title? All right. SameShift.tumblr.com.
Same shift.
Yes. SAMESHIT. No. Okay, apparently I'm tired too.
We should record at 2:00 in the morning. Oh no, well it's only what is it? It's only like 11:41 for you.
Wait. I think I actually. Oh, I got that wrong. I think the Tumblr is actually.
Oh God.
Same shift, diff day, isn't it? Oh, gosh.
You know what? I think you got that wrong on the Toonami Faithful podcast this week.
No, but I was right the first time. Okay, it's sameshift.tumblr.com. SAMESHIFT.tumblr.com. And you can also follow our Twitter accounts at sameshift. Yeah, I can't believe I got same shift. Lucky us. There's 3 episodes.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to listen to them and see how good they are.
The first 2 are quite long.
Yeah, we're not going to do that.
On like 2 hours and 40 minutes.
Yeah, we're talking about that long.
Yeah, we're not going to do that with the Toonami Faithful podcast.
No, we're not. And look forward to hearing me hosting the Toonami Faithful podcast.
Yes. For how long, I don't know. I might fire Sketch.
Don't get to fire me. That's up to Jose.
Because apparently I can fire somebody off the podcast, I guess. I have no idea. Anyways.
I was like, I didn't even know what to think about when Jose was like, I want you to take care of the podcast. I'm like, okay. I guess I could do that. This all sounded better in my head.
It's all fun. Yeah, you get the hate mail on you.
It's going to be fun because I am so bad at finishing things on time. Isn't that right, Paul?
Yes, you are. Wait, were you trying to make fun of me?
No,
okay.
No, I was being factual.
Oh, okay. Well, anyways, so
you having trouble finishing?
I don't know, but anyways.
I never get to finish.
Okay.
Anyways, you just made yourself look real bad right now, Sketch. Anyways, so you can find me on Twitter at Paul Pascrillo. My last name is spelled Pescrillo. You can also follow me on Tumblr. Come tumble with me. paulpascrillo.tumblr.com. Ask me questions there. And I also now have a ask.fm. It's ask.fm/Paul Pascrillo. You can ask me questions there. The other day was a little interesting, so I do like questions. Please ask me more questions about the Two Strangers One podcast, because I would love to answer those as well. The only thing that I want to really plug, and I want to start trying to get momentum again for, is we have a CD out there through Geeky Inc. Productions called Nerdcore Absolution Volume 2. It's really good. You guys should pick it up. If you go to geekyinkproductions.bandcamp.com, you can buy it there for $10. It's also available on iTunes as well as Amazon, Amazon.com. All you got to do is put in Nerdcore Absolution Volume 2, and it should pop up for you. That's what she said. And please go get that, because the artists did work really hard on their albums, and they definitely deserve to make a lot of money off of this album, because it's really fucking good. So please go get that CD now. You just put down the podcast and go fucking buy it right now.
Yeah, before they become famous, you can say, "Hey, I heard them on the Nerdcore Absolution album before they got super famous." How many people can say I have Kanye West's first mixtape or whatever the case may be? You know what I'm saying? So now you can get on the ground level, people. Get in there and work that thing.
Yeah, get in there.
That's what she said.
That's what she said.
I was begging for that's what she said. You hadn't said it yet. But okay, yeah.
So I think it's time to
move some things around. Play with the clit. Flick it with your tongue. Pull the hood back and. We're still talking about. What are we talking about?
I don't know. It's time to get out of here before we all die.
Suck that clit like it's.
Oh my god!
He's the clit master.
Like if you're fucking poisoned and the fucking cure's in that motherfucker.
The views of Chris Cologne are not the views of Paul, the Toonami Faithful.
Make a V with your fingers, pull the hood back, and suck that fucking clit. I'm sorry.
You are so deprived, my friend.
There's a warning before this episode, so anybody, before anybody listens, they should be knowing that this is a thing. We're talking about Batman and sucking clits. Okay.
Oh my god.
On tonight's episode of Two Strangers One Podcast, we talk about Batman and sucking clits.
Batman sucking a clit? That would be awesome.
Oh god.
Okay. So we certainly hope you guys enjoyed listening, had as much fun as we did recording. Thank you for listening to Two Strangers One Podcast. I'm Chris.
I'm Paul.
And I'm Sketch.
Don't be a stranger.
Peace.
Bro. Bye. I need an adult.
You should be fapping.
You should be fapping.
All right, here we go, man. Go ahead. You want to read
Double jackpot.
What is it? It is a self-published book by Christopher Cologne.
Chris Cologne smells good to me.
But
look at her. That broke that fucking cold little exterior. He's like, hee.
But it is spelled Colon.
Him punny.
But Double Jackpot is a book about a comic book artist, Eric, who is in a loveless relationship with a materialistic
I feel you, Eric.
Lynette.
Oh, fucking. Are you sure I didn't write this? Sounds hauntingly familiar.
He starts cheating on his girlfriend with a more creatively supportive woman, Nadia.
Well, I gotta meet her. Where's the Nadia?
There's your summer girlfriend.
Summer Nadia is Nadia.
Nadia?
Yeah, I think Nadia spelled with an A.
All right.
Both Lynette and Nadia play the double jackpot, the largest payout in lotto history, much like the recent Powerball. Both girls play his birth date as the winning numbers. Eric is now stuck between two of the country's richest women. Who will he choose? It's not that simple. This is a clever fucking idea, man.
Is.
Look at her, fucking. She's impressed.
I am.
She got some summer reading. Christopher Cologne smells real lovely with an original idea. This is. I've never heard this before.
I haven't either. This is a self-published book, much in the indie spirit as Kev's Clerks.
Oh, you don't even need to name check me. This is just a good idea. You could stand on your own, man. You don't even have to be like, hey, remember Clerks? This is nothing like that. This is way more original than Clerks. This is a good idea, man. Why didn't I think of this?
I need something to read. This book is part of the Comic Books, Heavy Metal, Video Games Trilogy Book 2. Odd I See, A Tale from the Road, coming soon.
Right on, man. It's part of a trilogy. This is the first part.
Way to write, man.
He's seeking a literary agent. Motherfuckers, anybody out there? There ain't no literary agents listening to this show. I assure you, sure. Sure. I assure you, sure. But somebody know a literary agent? Hook a motherfucker up! Chris Cologne come up with an original idea. I should tell Raskin. That's a good fucking idea, to be honest with you. That's a fucking rom-com right there. Megan, get Raskin on the phone. Isn't it possible to get Raskin on the phone? No?
Yeah.
I want to run it past him, man. I want to, and if it happens, I get a taste, Chris Cologne. I get a whiff, if you will.
The book could also be ordered on www.lulu.com.
That's lulu.com.
I understand that. I just want to spell it out.
Normally one says it that spells it. Still, lulu.com. What is that? Do you know what it is?
I don't know. All right. The book could also be ordered on www.lulu.com. Search for Double Jackpot Christopher Cologne. A paperback version of the book is $15 and a PDF file is only $5.
$5 is
Yeah.
insanely inexpensive. 15's not even that bad for a paperback version.
No.
This is $1 million idea right here. Like a movie about a dude who fucking is stuck between two chicks, both of who play his birthday and win the lottery. Come on! I can see that trailer. Chris Cologne is on to something. Nobody else can smell it but me.
I'll read it.
Thank you. I'm going to make that smelly joke.
I know. You're trying to get me to laugh again.
It worked once. Double Jackpot is a self-published book by Chris Cologne, man. It's the first book in his comic books, heavy metal, video games trilogy. Book 2, Odd I See, A Tale from the Road, should be coming out soon. Get all the information at Chris Cologne, like a motherfucker.
I
and
will
his
totally
book,
read this.
Double Jackpot. I'm serious. I'm going to recommend that to fucking Raskin. How is that not a movie? You know what I'm saying? This could be a sexy movie. You could do an R-rated version. There could be nudie in it, and you could show them fucking both chicks. Maybe a little penetration. Maybe a butthole shot. No butthole, no care.
I would like to formally apologize to Christopher Cologne right now.
No, sex sells. Chris Cologne will appreciate that. He's like, thanks for throwing a few buttholes in there, man.
Don't forget to check out twostrangersonepodcast.net, your one-stop resource for everything show-related. You can find links to subscribe to us on iTunes or on Stitcher. You could also find links to buy my book, Double Jackpot, on twostrangersonepodcast.net.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.